Live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School, this is Rock Ridge Rundown.
Good afternoon, I'm Ethan, and this is Hayden, and this is your Rock Ridge Rundown. Rock Ridge Rundown is your weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We will broadcast live every Friday at 2:50 p.m. Today is Friday, December 5th, and we hope your day is going well. We have several stories to get into this afternoon, so let's get right on into it.
Our high school has seen an increase in kindness across the board. Students are being urged to commit more acts of kindness and to report any acts of kindness that they see to the main comments by writing a link. The acts of kindness are visually represented by chain links. Each link of one act. The goal is to make these chain links wrap around the whole school. And we need you to make it happen. We are encouraging all of the various clubs and organizations to make a sponsor of their own kindness campaigns. We have Letska here with more information.
How many chain links are there right now?
There's definitely hundreds and hundreds. There's more than 1,000 for sure.
How do you feel about that number?
I love it, but I think that we can grow that even more.
Do you feel hopeful about this campaign?
Absolutely. Kindness grows kindness, and it's positive psychology, so it's very cool. It'll keep going.
All right, got it. Yeah, that one was better. There is a heavy amount of negativity no matter where you go. Let's tip the scale with kindness. A simple act of kindness is free and goes a long way towards making our school a better place. We encourage you to be more kind and address any acts of kindness you see with appreciation.
Being a fairly new school, we are looking for new traditions and ways to become united. By building a community, Ms. Ismail can be credited for making a tremendous impact in starting these new traditions. Recently, it's been the kindness chain link and the giving tree. The giving tree is a way to help people who may need some extra help. It provides clothes or any typical everyday supplies the giving closet has in stock. This goes for anyone who needs a helping hand. You can also be the one that lends a helping hand by going to the tree, picking an ornament, and purchasing any item or items it says. By doing this, you're not only helping others, but helping the community within our school, where we can continue to grow, not just as a community, but as people too. With that being said, we'll go to Clark Johnson interviewing Gabe and Emma for more information on the giving tree.
Hello, I'm here with Emma and Gabe, and we're going to be talking about the giving tree. So what's the purpose of the giving tree?
To bring donations to the giving closet.
And how can we participate?
You can take an ornament from the tree and then go to the store and purchase that said item and then either bring it back and put it under this tree or bring it up to room 3314.
And what's the giving closet?
The Giving Closet is a place in room 3314 where you can get supplies and clothes for all students and staff.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Clark. After this short break, we'll be back with your weekend forecast.
Hello, today is Friday, December 5th, and it is cloudy throughout the day. Today's high is going to be 21 degrees and a low of 10. On Saturday, December 6th, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 10 degrees and a low of 1 degrees. On Sunday, we'll have a high of 10 degrees with -6 as our low with some sun. Monday, the 8th, we're going to see snow making its way to the ridge. Throughout the day, the high is going to be 15 and the low is 11 degrees. On Tuesday 9th, we once again see some snow throughout the day. The high will be 19 and the low is 12. On Wednesday 10th, it's going to be sunny again with the chance of cloud cover. The high is going to be 12 degrees with a low of 0. Thursday 11th is going to be cloudy for most of the day and a high of 15 and a low of -2. That's all we have for this week. After the short break, we'll be back with Sports with Pete.
Welcome to the Ridgewood Market. These are all of our bubblers. Come get your Fairlife milk if you want to be strong like me.
Come get your rain.
now for
Sports with
Tom.
Ridge. It's your boy Playbook Pete, back with our weekly sports segment. Let's dive right into it. Even during Thanksgiving break, we still continued our sporting activities. The boys hockey team spent their Thanksgiving break with a trip down to the cities where they would play both Wayzata and Waconia. The Wolverines would lose the first game of the trip due to Wayzata 2-0, with senior goalie Wyatt Jonason allowing only one goal on 43 shots. Wayzata's second goal would come by an empty net. The boys followed their defeat with a victory over Waconia 5-2. The girls would then take a trip to play Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning, with the final from Greenway being 8-1 in a defeat. They would also take another defeat, losing to the West Tonka Whitehawks in a 9-2 loss at home. The boys basketball team started off their season against the boys basketball team from Esco at Esco High School in a defeat, with a final from Esco 68-63, but they would keep it close throughout the entirety of the game. The boys wouldn't be done this weekend playing the Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin with their home opener. The final from the U.S. Steel being 72-64, with an amazing performance from all of the varsity players. Going into this week, the Rock Ridge boys hockey team knew they were going to have a tough matchup against the Hermantown Hawks. The boys knew they were a good team and ranked top 5 in the state at the moment. We knew how big and important this game was to win for us, says senior captain Kaz Carlson. The Hermantown Hawks just had a close game against a top-ranked Hill Murray team. They tied 2-2, so we need to forecheck hard and get pucks and bodies to the net, said senior assistant captain Colton Bielke. The first period of the game was going good, and the Wolverines were ahead 1-0 after 1. The boys were feeling confident and believing they could put this game away over the next 2 periods. But the Hawks came out hard, as well as us, and it was a more even period, 0-0 after 2. Then in the third, the Hawks had a few lucky bounces and scored a few goals. The Wolverines couldn't find a spark to put a few away. The end game score was 3-1, a close-fought game for both teams. The Wolverines now have a few more tough games in a row, including an overnight trip to Warroad on Friday and then Roseau on Saturday. Our Wolverines boys basketball team took on Esco at Esco on Tuesday, December 2nd. This game, being the first of the season, had its strengths and weaknesses. The Wolverines lost in a heartbreaking 63-68 score. Senior captain Owen Helene stated, "I felt like we played pretty good considering it was our first game. Obviously, we have some things to work on, some errors to clean up, but it was good overall." Owen is confident that anyone on the team is good enough to take over the game. Some defining moments of the game were at the end of the first half when Esco was able to obtain an 8-point lead going into the half. Owen thinks that we could have done better controlling the ball and forcing less turnovers. Some top scores from the game consisted of Owen dropping 19 points in his first game since his sophomore year, and Bo Akerson with 14 points. The Wolverines also found their first win last night at home against GNK. We wish our boys team good luck on their upcoming games. This past weekend, the Rock Ridge girls hockey team faced off against West Tonka's girls hockey team at the Iron Trail Motors Event Center. The game took place on Saturday at 2 p.m. The Wolverines had a tough loss to West Tonka with a final score of 2-9. Wolverines captain Ayla Troutwine and freshman Ava Venn both scored for the Wolverines to help fight the lead West Tonka held. Mimi Babaraki on what they will be working on in practices to help better their season and their chances. "I think we need to start working better as a team, so when it comes to practices, we will be working on small zone scrimmages with teams to get our chemistry good and to get us to game-like pace." The Wolverines' next game is this Friday at the Iron Trail Motors Event Center against Crookston Pirates. Make sure to attend to cheer on our girls. And finally, our sports for the upcoming week. Girls basketball has an upcoming game today at 5:45 p.m. against North Branch. Our very own Chalker is up next with Jacinda Wilcox and Liz Foltz. Take it away.
I'm Chalker Hoover, sitting here with Jacinda and Liz about the Rock Ridge basketball game this Friday. Starting off, Jacinda, based off these recent practices, how do you feel about the game coming?
I think it'll be a good game to work on the things we struggle with, like our communication and ball movement, and to help us prepare for like the upcoming games we have.
Alright, Jacinda, how do you feel that this coming match will differ from last year?
I think we'll definitely have to do some like more running and like move the ball more to create more opportunities, but just put in some hard work.
Alright. And Liz, final question. Do you have a game plan for this coming game?
Kind of just treat it like no other game and come out like we normally do.
Alright. Sounds like it's going to be an interesting basketball game coming up.
It does sound like an interesting game coming up tonight. We all hope the girls good luck as they battle a tough opponent. Let's hope the girls come out like they always do and come out on top. Also this evening, our girls hockey team plays against Crookston at home at 7 p.m. Again tonight, our boys hockey team plays against Warroad in Warroad at 7:30. Then tomorrow, the 6th, our boys wrestling has a tournament in Rush City at 10 a.m. Boys and girls hockey both have games on Saturday as well, with girls at home playing against East Grand Forks at 2 p.m. and our boys playing against Roseau in Roseau at 1 p.m. On Tuesday the 9th, our girls and boys hockey plays as well as our boys and girls basketball. Girls hockey is at 7 p.m. in I Falls, boys hockey is at Andover at 7. Girls basketball is at Duluth Marshall at 7:15. Boys basketball is at Duluth East at 7 p.m. On Thursday the 11th, girls hockey plays at Cloquet at 7 p.m. Also, our boys wrestling has a meet in Park Rapids at 5 p.m. And finally, our boys basketball also plays next Thursday at 7:15 at home versus Mesabi East. That's all we got for sports for this week. Make sure you check back in next Friday, December 12th, for our next segment. Go Wolverines!
A way to save them, which they did. Blood transfusions, which back then was from person to person right there. Nowadays, there's blood drives and donations that make it a lot easier.
Oh, I never knew that before. That's amazing. Yeah, and to learn more about these, you can look at these posters that are hung up all around the school. The blood drive is happening Tuesday, December 9th at Rockridge High School from 9 to 1 p.m. If you're 16, you do need a parent's signature and you need to meet the minimum weight and height requirement. If you're 17 or plus, you can just go. What does it mean to eat well and hydrate? A week before you get your blood drawn, you need to make sure you're hydrated and eat well every single day before it, so you're healthy and you don't feel sick.
Last Tuesday and Thursday, the Rockridge Esports team had their first official matches of the season. Our Marvel Rivals team faced Hawley High School and sadly ended with a score of 0-2. Now with an interview with Riley Otterness to tell us more about that event.
How do you feel coming off of your first game of the season?
It was pretty bad. We got dumpstered. Lord Black Panthers zooming on us. Couldn't get out of spawn.
What was your favorite moment of the game?
My quad kill.
Your quad kill. Can you tell me more about that?
Like our Groot put a wall down, targeting off their Star-Lord. Got the Star-Lord, do it on a stun, do it on my ult. Got 4 of them.
How do you feel about the game as a whole?
Pretty bad. We went 1-3.
How about the season as a whole? How are you guys feeling about the season?
If we get more practice in and start playing more, get more better team comps, and actually start trying, and Cameron gets off Punisher, we might be doing better.
We also had multiple Mario Kart teams compete as well. Funnily enough, the Q system pitted 2 of our Mario Kart teams against each other, with Team 1 coming out on top with a score of 0-2 against Team 2, and Team 3 lost 0-2 in their game against Albert Lee High School. Our Fortnite team unfortunately lost 0-1. The Smash Bros participants played well, with Brady Peterson winning 3-0, Linus Welch losing 3-1, and Colton Gabler losing 3-0. On Thursday, our 2 Rocket League teams competed in their first games as well. And just like the Mario Kart teams, they faced against each other, finishing with a score of 4-1, with Team 1 coming out on top. That's all we have for Esports Recap. Good luck next week.
Thanksgiving is a holiday where everybody gathers together and say what they're thankful for each year. Some people know it for the amount of food you get to eat or the good memories they experience along the way. The typical Thanksgiving meal is made up of turkey or ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, or cranberry sauce, and maybe bread of some sort. I went around the Rockridge campus and asked 10 individuals what they thought Thanksgiving meant to them and what their favorite Thanksgiving dish was. 3 people said it was about spending time with family, 5 said it was about the food, and 2 people said it was 2 days we got off for Thanksgiving. Out of the 10 people that asked, there are only 4 different favorite foods. 3 people like mashed potatoes and gravy the best, 3 people like stuffing the best, 3 people like cranberry sauce the best, and the last person likes turkey the best.
That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch a Rockridge Rundown every Friday at 2:50 p.m. Thanks for watching and have an amazing weekend.